with directors of centrally funded technical institutions. Newly inducted union ministers assume charges of their ministries. Anurag Thakur takes charge as the I&B minister. Reserve Bank of India imposes penalty on 14 banks for non-compliance of rules. Assam to constitute recruitment board for faculty appointment in technical engineering colleges. Enrolling in employment exchange will be online. And England beat Denmark 2-1 to set up final clash against Italy in Euro Cup football. Very good evening, viewers, and a warm welcome to Northeast News Bulletin from the studios of DDK Guwahati. I'm Chongamla Thumra, and now the news in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today interacted with directors of centrally funded technical institutions through video conferencing. More than 100 heads of institutions joined the Prime Minister for this interaction. Prime Minister lauded the R&D work done by these institutions towards meeting the challenges posed by COVID. He appreciated the efforts of young innovators towards providing quick technological solutions. The Prime Minister said that there is a need to adapt higher education and technical education to keep in tune with the changing environment and emerging challenges. Several newly inducted union ministers today took charge of their offices. Yesterday, 43 ministers were sworn in to the Union Council of Ministers. They included 15 cabinet ministers and 28 ministers of state. Anurag Thakur assumed the charge of Information and Broadcasting Minister. After taking charge, Thakur said Prime Minister Narendra Modi has done remarkable work in the last 7 years. The minister said he will work to fulfill the expectations and responsibilities given to him as an Information and Broadcasting Minister. Minister of State for Information and Broadcasting, Dr. L. Murugan, also assumed his office. Mansukh Madavia took charge as Health and Family Welfare Minister. In the newly formed cabinet, Madavia has also been allocated the Ministry of Chemicals and Fertilizers. Ashwini Vaishnav took charge as the Railways, Communication, Electronics and Information Technology Minister. Kiren Rijiju took charge as the Law and Justice Minister. On this occasion, the minister said this is a huge challenge for him and a big responsibility to discharge the function of law and justice. G. Kishan Reddy took charge as the Culture and Tourism Minister. Reddy has also been allocated the Ministry of Development of Northeastern Region. Hardeep Puri assumed the charge of Ministry of Petroleum. The Reserve Bank of India has imposed monetary penalties on 14 banks, including Bank of Baroda and State Bank of India (SBI), for non-compliance of rules. While Bank of Baroda has fined 2 crore rupees, Bandhan Bank, Central Bank of India, Indian Bank, IndusInd Bank and 9 other banks have been fined 1 crore rupees of penalty each. The SBI has been fined 50 lakh rupees. In a press release, the RBI said the violations include non-compliance with certain provisions of directions issued by RBI on lending to non-banking financial companies (NBFCs), bank finance to non-banking financial companies (NBFCs), and loans and advances statutory and other restrictions. RBI said the action is based on the deficiencies in regulatory compliance and is not intended to pronounce upon the validity of any transaction or agreement entered into by the banks with their customers. The Union Finance Ministry has released the 4th monthly installment of post-devolution revenue deficit grant of over 9,871 crore rupees to the 17 states. A total amount of 39,484 crore rupees has been released to eligible states in the current financial year so far. In terms of release, Kerala stands at top position, followed by West Bengal and Andhra Pradesh. The 15th Finance Commission has recommended a total post-devolution revenue deficit grant of 1,18,452 crore to 17 states in the current financial year. Assam Education Minister Dr. Ranoj Pegu on Thursday, while interacting with media, said an engineering recruitment board will be set up to recruit the faculties of the engineering colleges and polytechnics of the state. The minister announced that steps will be taken to preserve the land in the tribal belt. He added Gorkha community who were residing in the BTR area before 2003 will be given the same rights which were enjoyed by the tribal people of the BTR area. Jointly addressing the press conference, Assam Minister of Water Resources, Information and Public Relations, etc., Piyush Hazarika said that Cabinet has taken a decision to process of enrolling in the employment exchange online.
2003 চনৰ আগৰ যিসকল পাৰ্মানেন্ট ৰেসিডেন্ট স্থায়ী বাসিন্দা তেওঁলোকে সুবিধাখিনি পাব বড়ো চুক্তিৰ আগৰ 2003 ৰ পৰা বিটিআৰ 6 শিডিউলৰ অধীনত আহিছে গতিকে তাৰ আগত যিসকল লোক তাতে স্থায়ীভাৱে বসবাস কৰিছিল তেওঁলোকে সম অধিকাৰ পাব আৰু ইয়াৰ লগতে আমি আপোনালোকক এই কথাও জনাব বিচাৰো যে ইয়াৰ আগৰ এখন কেবিনেটত আমি সিদ্ধান্ত গ্ৰহণ কৰিছিলো
In Euro Cup football, England beat Denmark 2-1 to set up a final clash against Italy. England reached its first major international tournament final after a gap of 55 years as Three Lions registered a win against Denmark in the second semi-final of Euro 2020 at the Wembley Stadium, London. Harry Kane converted the rebound after his initial penalty was saved in the 104th minute to give England a come-from-behind 2-1 win over Denmark in extra time in the semi-finals. England will clash Italy in the final. In the first semi-final, Italy beat Spain on penalties to reach the final of the tournament. More than 36 crore 48 lakh vaccine doses have been administered so far under the nationwide vaccination drive. The Health Ministry said 33 lakh 81,000 vaccine doses were given during the last 24 hours. The recovery rate in the country is at 97.18%. More than 44,000 people recovered from COVID-19 in the last 24 hours. India reported 45,892 new cases in the last 24 hours. The country's active caseload is currently at 4,60,704. 817 deaths were reported in the last 24 hours. With this, the death toll to COVID-19 has reached 4,05,028. COVID testing capacity has been substantially ramped up and more than 42 crore 52 lakhs tests have been conducted till now. Recording 3,363 active cases, Arunachal Pradesh has topped with 34,736 cured cases, even as the dead numbered 184. In Assam, active cases clocked 22,024 active cases, even as discharged cases numbered 4,96,442. The tally for the dead is 4,743. Manipur has 6,534 active cases, followed by 66,578 cured cases, even as the dead accounted for 1,229. Saddled with 4,229 active cases, Meghalaya has registered 47,597 discharged cases. The tally for the dead is 886. Reporting 3,960 active cases, Mizoram has a caseload of 18,643 released cases, even as the dead accounted for 100. Nagaland has logged 1,070 active cases, followed by 24,088 discharged cases. The dead numbered 505. Sikkim has recorded 1,975 active cases, even as the released cases topped 19,287. The tally for the dead is 311. Tripura has 4,122 active cases, 64,194 cured cases, even as the dead accounted for 703. In Manipur, the continuous efforts of Manipur government under the stewardship of Chief Minister N. Biren Singh to contain COVID-19 spread in the state yield positive outcome. On Thursday, the Manipur Tourism Forum handed over 100 oxygen concentrators and 100 oximeters to the concerned authorities. These oxygen concentrators and oximeters were received from Nippon Foundation of Japan. Chief Minister N. Biren Singh in a tweet said, "The high-tech oxygen concentrators and oximeters will be of great help in the state's fight against the COVID pandemic." In Nagaland, under the aegis of All India Congress Committee, the Nagaland Pradesh Congress Committee launched a peaceful protest against unreasonable price hike on petrol, diesel and LPG. The nationwide 10 days protest will culminate on 17th July. In Kohima, the Nagaland Pradesh Congress Committee office bearers along with Kohima District Congress Committee, assisted by Nagaland Pradesh Congress Social Media Department and Nagaland Pradesh Youth Congress, launched the social media campaign and signature campaign at Congress Bhavan. Nagaland Pradesh Youth Congress President Lima Lemtur informed that during the 10-day agitation, various activities will be carried out, and on 16th July, a memorandum will be submitted to the Governor of Nagaland.
Ajibra Luina 17th AICC, under the director of AICC, Amigan to protest petrol diesel high cost.
Datur Meuli is a progressive farmer from Roing on the Lower Dibang Valley district of Arunachal Pradesh. Besides being a very successful tea planter, he also owns large-scale orange and rubber plantations. Meuli, during 2017, started a new venture of oil palm plantation in an area of 200 hectares at his farm at Rukmo village near Roing town. He is a beneficiary of Government of India's scheme, National Mission on Oilseeds and Oil Palm (NMOOP), being implemented by the State Department of Agriculture, Government of Arunachal Pradesh. Datur Meuli's story is a story of real man from the tough terrains of Arunachal Pradesh who, despite challenges, worked their way to success and became true achiever farmers.
Financially sound hoga, हम लोग को बताया तो हम लोग ने भी हमने भी personally interest लिया.
For more updates, viewers can also watch our bulletins and other programs on our YouTube channel DD News Guwahati. And finally, to end the news, the main points once again. PM Modi interacts with directors of centrally funded technical institutions. Newly inducted union ministers assume charges of their ministries. Anurag Thakur takes charge as the INB minister. Reserve Bank of India imposes penalty on 14 banks for non-compliance of rules. Assam to constitute recruitment board for faculty appointment in engineering colleges. Enrolling in employment exchange will be online. And England beat Denmark 2-1 to set up final clash against Italy in Euro Cup football. Finally, before taking leave, viewers are reminded to maintain physical distancing, regularly sanitize hands and frequently wash hands with soap. Remember to wear a mask properly and join the Mask Up India campaign by Doordarshan to defeat the pandemic. And that brings us to the end of this evening's bulletin. Thank you for tuning in. Namaskar.